Welcome to Alpha's online training program. Today's discussion is entitled, Why Choose Alpha for Your ASQ CQA Exam Preparation Needs? This is a great question. Let me tell you, I've been teaching students ASQ CQA principles for nearly 2 decades. Look at that. I've passed almost all the ASQ certification exams, and I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of students prepare for certification exams. And nothing makes up for experience. I'm also a Shingo Award-winning author. Now, one of the major competitive advantages of Alpha is this. Part of your exam preparation class is to teach you how to take an exam. That's right. I got together all the gurus at taking tests. These people were geniuses of how to pass tests. I sat down with them. I created test-taking principles. And they are extremely powerful. Before I learned these principles, if I went into an ASQ exam that took 5.5 hours, I would take the full 5.5 hours and I'd have to guess on some at the end to finish the exam in time. I could pass the exam, but my probability of passing wasn't real high. Then I learned about these principles, test-taking principles. I implemented them, I used them. Now if I go in and take an ASQ 5.5-hour exam, I'll usually be out of there in an hour to an hour and a half. These exam principles on how to take an exam are very, very powerful. They are life-changing as far as taking tests concerns. I wish I would have known these throughout my whole academic career. I would have scored higher and I would have had less stress, less test anxiety. So this is a wonderful competitive advantage. I copyrighted them, I own them. No one else can give you this advantage but me. It will help you for the rest of your life in taking exams. So a huge competitive advantage, and one of the big reasons we have the highest pass rates in the industry. All right, another advantage, you can schedule a live video conferencing sessions at no additional charge. So if you need some face-to-face time, real time, just call us up. We'll set up a time for you. Your instructor will meet with you and walk you through those difficult elements that you're struggling with. We're not going to leave you on your own. Another advantage, we offer all of this over our online learning management system. It's very easy to use. 3 options here for you to use. So you'll log into your account, then you can go listen to a presentation. The presentations are all in HD video, much like the one you're listening to right here or watching. Then this is where you go to take an exam. The exam function is very nice. We added this and it really helped our pass rates. What we did is we allowed you to take practice exams. So we have a real exam, the practice exam. They're the same exam, but you keep taking this till you get your level of understanding up to above 75% anyway. And anyway, that is a competitive advantage of ASQ. It sounds pretty simple, but it really had an impact on our pass rates. See exam results. This is where you can go at any time to look at any tests that you've taken in the past. Another reason to use Alpha is this. Alpha has the best guarantee in the industry. We guarantee that you will pass on the first attempt. Let me say that again. We guarantee that you will pass on the first attempt. And if you don't, we will pay for 1/2 of the cost of one retake. To qualify for this guarantee, you must, of course, finish the class. What does that mean? You must finish all the online exams with a grade of 75% or above. A lot of people think, well, this is a scam. You'll just give me a test that's so difficult that I can't pass it. Not true. You can retake it until you reach the 75% understanding. Then you read the complete primer and finish all exam questions at the end of each chapter. We don't leave you alone on this one either. On those end of chapter questions, we have an online lecture where I go over half of them. So you'll listen to half, then you'll do half of them. And again, this has really helped our pass rates as well. This was a home run when we implemented this. And so we have that for you. It's going to make it very easy, less frustrating, and easier to implement those test-taking skills that we talked about. Then last, finish all practice exams and final exams with a score of over 80%. Again, you can keep taking them until you reach that level. And that's what you need to do to qualify for the guarantee. Now, if you do all these things, guess what? It's highly unlikely that you're going to have to take it more than once. And that's why we guarantee it. All right, here's a summary of how this system works First, you sign up for the class, then you listen to online lectures and take associated exams for the CQA. It takes about 35 hours of lectures is what you're looking at there, all in HD video. It'll take approximately 13 hours to take all the exams associated with those lectures. Once you finish that, you review the primer. It says read the primer there. It's really a review because we've already covered most of the body of knowledge and you've been tested on it fairly heavily in this section. So it's just to review the primer, work the questions in the back of each chapter. Remember, I review those with you. I give you 24 hours to review the primer. I think that's how much time it'll take approximately. Then you'll take the practice exams and final exams. Be sure and retake those till you get 80%. Take the practice exams till you get up to an 80% understanding. 2 hours there. Then you go take the CQA exam, which is scheduled for 5.5. Won't take you 5.5 if you use our test taking skills. Anyway, if you add all these times together, you're looking at a commitment of 79.5 hours. That's for the average student. You may be faster, you may be slower, so you may need to add or subtract hours from that. You know where you stand in that spectrum from classes you've participated in the past. So correct it as needed. Now, if you decide to do it in 3 months, which I recommend, that equates to approximately 6.63 hours per week of time commitment that you need to be successful at passing this. Well, that's all I have. Hopefully you decided to go with Alpha. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. There's my email address. There's my phone number. I'd be more than happy to discuss any concerns or questions with you. Well, thank you again for the time that you spent learning about the Alpha Advantage. I hope you give me the honor, and it truly would be an honor to have you as a student. So sign up today and let's get started on this. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.